Okay, ready? Say your name.
Nile Coulson.
And where did you place?
32nd, I guess.
Okay, at?
UK Nationals 2015.
Okay, and here's the deck profile.
Okay, I'm playing Shadow because it's better than everything else.
Okay, let's go.
So I played 3 Scrum Masters because it's just a copy of all of the other ones. It's just super consistent and it destroys the Jin lock.
Okay.
And then 3 Falco because against Necros, which is kind of the hardest matchup, you just always want to have one of these face down during their turn. And then 2 Beast. This is alright. You can cut it to 1 or you can keep it 2. I think I'd probably go to 1. And then 2 Dragon because suddenly the format changed. There was less Necros and more of everything else. So Dragon just got a lot better. So
and having a one-line attack doesn't hurt.
Well, it's not that useful anymore to have one-line attack because like lots of things have big defense. So people are like setting Jins and stuff because they're dead. So it's less about the attack. One of these because you always want to have a mistake, so you never really want to have this. But you need this in the mirror to go send, grab Beast, and then set the Beast onto your fusion.
That's a hedgehog, by the way.
What did I say?
Nothing.
I said this, didn't I?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That is, I think it might be 10 shadows.
That's the Shadow monsters.
Best card.
Next
This card's insane. You send any of these to get broken effects, or you send Felice to make Black Rose or anything. And then double Veiler. 3 is too cloggy. And even when I had to, I don't normally just like fusion with them anyway. It's not that great. It's alright. And then this card obviously, because it's insane. Just stupid. This card, I feel like it didn't used to be as consistent because we didn't have like a million fusions. But now it's just, even if you draw it, you can always use it for something else. Now, I decided in the end to play the Seraphs because they were the most consistent light engine, so you'd always have them. And then to literally, if you resolve this combo, you just win the game, just hands down. So, and it never clogs because if you just open this, you can summon it, and then it's like it's just a free fusion because you get to search the chair and then fusion with the chair in your hand. I played full one-offs. I played Regeki, Mind Control, Book of Moon, and Foolish Burial. This is just anything you want it to be whenever you need it. This, I only really play it in this deck because it has so much more utility. This card, you can steal anything and you always have a way to use the monster you take, so there's no reason not to run this. And this is Regeki, so
a lot of people didn't run Foolish Burial. They felt they didn't need it.
The Foolish Burial, it basically meant no matter how stuck you were in the game, you could draw this and normally out whatever you were stuck with. So if it was a back row, you could just go, okay, send Dragon. That's why I was playing 2 Dragon as well. If you didn't have the right Shadow in hand, you could just go send Hedgehog, and so on and so on. If you didn't have a Falco, you could go send Skomata Falco if you had to.
Did you ever send any light targets?
I did once, because I opened the VLS and spent like 3 or 4 turns. I think this was round 4. 3 or 4 turns just drawing Shadow after Shadow. And then eventually I just like go, okay, Foolish, send Felice, and then made a VLS and won the game. And then I played 7 fusions. This is absolute shit. This card, literally, I sided out every single game without fail. Even in the mirror match where it's alright, where it has another use, I still sided out just because I'd open it. And you never actually want to summon a Shadow, you want to be summoning either your Scepter or Mathematician or...
So what was the theory behind playing it in the first place?
Well, originally it was just because you thought you just wanted to, against Necros, you want to open Mistake or just plow into a Water Fusion. And this, I guess, got your Water Fusion a bit faster. But most of the time it would just be in my hand dead. And if it said, like, they could have altered the text a tiny bit and made it a good card in so many areas, but other than that, it's just, you just open it, it's dead, just constantly. And then obviously 3 of each. We were playing 2 of these originally, but against so many decks, you needed to start playing your game as soon as they were, so you need to open one of these, either of them.
So you had 3 in your deck for consistency?
Yeah. No, well, not necessarily consistency, because if you open 1, then you can just play the game. But like, yeah, I guess consistency. It was way better. I was playing 2 of these, and it just was way better to play 3, just in every way. And then obviously the 5 traps that everyone runs. This is insane. Just win so many matchups. Self-explanatory. This card broken. Don't play 2. And this card. I think everyone was playing it, but just in case you weren't, nobody plays anything to stop it as much nowadays because it's like, oh, Necros Mirror, no one's playing any vanities, but you should because it beats everything. That's 40 card main deck. Definitely take out the Nair, probably take out 1 Beast.
What would you put in?
What I put in? I think I'd look at some of the one-off traps, like maybe Solemn, maybe Bottomless, maybe TT. Like I got TT quite a few times in the mirror match, and it hurt me, but obviously I overcame it. So yeah, so probably TT and I don't know.
Would you play Warning?
Yeah, I think I would. I wasn't playing Warning because I thought the only thing it was ever good for was like stopping Exceed, which no one's going to do against you anyway. And it also stopped. Well, it didn't really stop anything else, and sometimes you'd be forced into using it on a Necros Ritual card, which would just lose you the game. So it's not good. Extra deck. Played 3 Construct because it's mandatory to play 3. 2 Window. I never went into 2 Window, and I even against my Satellinite matchup where you think you just go into Window all the time, but still only went into 1. So I think you could cut 1 for like another Shekinaga or something. Yeah. And then 2 Shek. Like a couple of times I wanted to go into the 3rd, but because it's just against Necros. If you have this and a Falco, even if you don't have the mistake, you're still probably going to win.
So
they can't beat
it. Would it be
it.
worth taking out a second window for a third ship?
Yes. Yeah, I do think. But I also think that there's so many synchros you can go into. You might want to put another synchro in of any, I don't know, other level 7s. Like I took out Arcanite. You could probably take out Window for an Arcanite as well. I only played 1 of these because my sponsor is a scrub and you can only get 1 for me. So I only went into it once and I only needed it once. So it wasn't the end of the world.
A lot of people were only playing 1 though, and they said 2 was unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary because you want to El Shadow Fusion all the time into another one. Like whenever they have an out to it, unless it's Raigeki, you can just El Shadow Fusion into another one because it counts as its own water.
But how many times during your matches did you want to do that but couldn't?
Well, like I said, I only went into it once, but that game I wanted to do it again because he was on like 2,600 life points, and I attacked and he vowed, and I El Shadowed, and in the end it didn't end up mattering. But for safety purposes, it would have been better to go into this, but I had to go into a construct. So I personally think 100% you need to, just to confirm the Necros matchup to win. That is all the fusions. Synchros, I played 1 Armadas. I felt like lots of people weren't playing this, but I felt like you can just drop this under a load of back row and they normally can't do anything. And it also stops all the flip effects and like it stops hands and it just stops loads of stuff. Then you have to play this because it is what it is. You just win a game with that card. This card, there's less that it's good. Its effect is good for now, but it's just a 3/1, and you can get rid of your construct to drop it, and it's really good. I played this card. I summoned it once in round 7, so final round of day 1, and it went in. I summoned it because he left a construct on the field, and then I ran into his construct, and I gave the construct effect, got to 5/3, and next turn he made another construct, so just straight negated it, and then he tried to Pero this. He clearly didn't read the card, I negated the Pero, and he just scooped. So, and then obviously these 3. Some people weren't playing Diamond, but the fact that I was mainly mind control gave me another reason to play this, because whenever either in the mirror match or quite a lot of people were playing Ptolemaeus, so you can mic control Ptolemaeus and put this on top. Then obviously in the mirror match, if you have the combo, then you can go this, get some Mad Plus, and then drop this, and then they can't do it. So that worked really well. I went into it all the time. Side deck, play 2 defusion this cards. Sometimes I sided it in against other things just to promote OTKs. But most of the time you just side in for Shadows and then you defusion their monster back to the extra deck and then like they get nothing from it. Double MST, I took out 1 MST for another card that I'll show you in a sec. 3 Denko Seka. You can't really not play 3 just because the matchups where you need it, you really need it. So Stella's, you side it in, you summon it, and you win the game. So you definitely want to open it. 3 of this card. This card went in all day, non-stop. So against Shadow, you summon it just for the fact that it's a tribute summon, and then against everything else, you can just lock them out for like 2 or 3 turns while they're waiting for their breakthrough skill. Then by then, you're too far ahead and you just win. And then 2 of these. This was kind of bad because in my top 32, I opened double of this, Mistake, and Crush Card Virus, and I set all of them. And it was a mistake to do it, to be honest. I set all of them and he just end phase decreed me, and from there I just lost. I couldn't do anything. So I think I'd probably take these out for Lancia, just for the fact that Denko Seka and Decree just shut it down. And then I played this Crush Card Virus. It's basically, if you just, against Necros, if you just blow out their entire hand, then you just win the game. And then even if you just blow out like the 1 loss in the field and 1 or 2 cards in hand, and it's still broken. Side in against a couple of other things. Klee, side in against Klee, and it went in when I flipped it against Klee, like just knocked out the whole hand. And they were just, they just scooped. Well, they should have just scooped, they didn't scoop. And then this card, Fairy Wind. It was really good against Senju, and obviously Klee. And yeah, it worked really well. I didn't expect to come back to this card ever, but I did, and it worked really well the whole weekend.
Okay, barring the changes that you already mentioned, was there anything else that you wanted to play or really needed during your matches that you regretted not playing?
I don't think there's anything other than I mentioned. I definitely think these for Lanciers, and I think TT would definitely come into the main deck because it would blow out your opponent, and then you'd go, you wouldn't lose any cards for it because you trigger all your effects, and it just always works.
But you also had the shit, that shit.
I don't think as much as I'd want to. I think putting another synchro in over the Shekinaga would be better.
What would you recommend?
Probably just an Arcanite Magician for it to have a third 7 and have more options. Because if you don't have Arcanite, then you just end up having to go for this to pop back row, and then you lose your monsters. It's not as good. Yeah.
And what was your record over the first 2 days?
On day 1, I ended X2 because like my final round, I bricked really hard game 1 and 2. Like I opened double beast both games and no fusions, and the guy just like destroyed me, just BLS. I lost. And then on round 5 I played Yosenju, and he opened nuts every single game. But game 2 I opened Denko in 1, but game 3 just opened nuts again, and I couldn't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just fit macro every time I activated fusion, and I just lost all my cards. And then day 2 I knew I had to win both games, and I got 2 Shadow mirror matches, which made me really happy because I feel like I win mirror matches like 80 or 90% of the time.
And in your top 32 match?
Top 32, I played the 3rd Necros player I played all weekend, and he just blew me out both games. Game 2 with Necro, with Royal Decree, sorry, and game 1 he just, I just opened nothing, and he just Jinlocked me, and just, he had everything all the time, so nothing I could do.
Couldn't win those games.
I had all my friends watching me behind, and just game 2 I just drew loads of light monsters like while I was sitting under the back row. So I just literally there was nothing I could do game 2. Game 1 I could have played a bit different, but like only in a retarded way. I could have won if I'd have gone pass turn every turn, just kept my resources, but that was not what I was going to do that.
Okay, but this is your first major event top. How do you feel?
I feel like practice with my teammates, practice with everyone, really helped. Just constant practice, like almost every night for a whole week. I just practiced with Ray Chan and Max Shepard and just learn the deck back to front, and it obviously took me to top cut.
Will you be taking this to Euros?
I'm going to test a lot with the Necros, and I'm going to test a lot with this, and I may even test with Yosenju. But I think I may end up just playing Necros, to be honest. I feel like this deck is better. This deck is better than Necros, but Necros just they're unfair because they have so many cards that just blow your opponent out.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to say thank you to my sponsor and Ray Chan, Cataclysm Games, and I'd like to say thank you to my teammates for helping me out with building the deck and testing the deck. Well done to Quick Play for running a good event. Relatively good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thanks for watching.